Hey everyone, Derek Johnson with Tatango.com. I'm out on the road talking to brands that are using text message marketing. And one thing I'm hearing from these brands is when they're interested in switching text message marketing providers, so taking their short code, taking their SMS subscribers and moving it to a new software platform, I'm hearing from these brands, and I've heard this multiple times in the last couple weeks, I'm hearing from them that they can't. And when I ask why can't you? They say the current SMS provider is telling them one of two things. And these things are complete lies, and I want to kind of clean this up to make sure that, number one, these text message marketing providers can't continue to peddle this misinformation. And number two, the brands know that you can switch text message marketing providers anytime you want. So the first thing that I'm hearing, which is kind of the craziest one, is the brand does not own the subscriber database. The brand does not own their own customers' phone numbers. When I hear that, I'm just shocked. I'm like, so the software provider is saying that the software provider owns the phone numbers, the ones that you collected in store and online with your forms, they consented to receive text messages from your brand, and the software provider is telling you that you don't own those phone numbers, the software provider owns those phone numbers. I don't know how people are getting away with this right now. If you thought about like email marketing or CRM, think how ridiculous that would be if like Salesforce was like, oh, remember you used Salesforce to, as a CRM, but you can't move CRMs because you can't export the data in the CRM because it is Salesforce property, not your property. It just sounds ridiculous. And I think people are getting away with it, text message marketing providers, because text message marketing is so confusing that it's kind of like, oh, I guess that's just another rule I did not know. This is completely false. You own your own data. You own the data about your customers, especially if you collected it. It is ridiculous to think that a text message marketing provider owns your customers' phone numbers. So number one, that is completely false. You own those phone numbers. And if you have issues with this, this is where you bring in your attorneys, you get legal counsel, because this is completely ridiculous. I don't know how people are getting away with this. So that's the number one thing that I'm hearing from a lot of these brands that are saying, I don't want to be with my current SMS provider. And they're saying, well, I'd love to switch SMS providers, but, I don't want to start completely fresh with brand new phone numbers. And I'm like, wait, you have 1 million phone numbers? And they said, well, those aren't owned by us. We've been told that they're owned by the text message marketing software. So completely false. Do not fall for this one. Number two that I'm hearing, which is really interesting, which again, I think text message marketing is so confusing that hey, maybe this kind of makes sense, or I can't really find, any source for this online that says either or, so I have to believe the SMS company that I've trusted over the last few years. So this one is that if you switch text message marketing providers, or even if you switch short codes, you go from 12345 to 54321, that you have to re-opt in mobile subscribers. That mean like you'd have to text them and say, please reply yes to, consent to receive messages from this new short code. We've switched short codes. That's completely false. A consumer opts in to receive text messages from a brand. Technically, I bet you could switch short codes every day on a consumer, and I don't see any issue with that. It's confusing for the consumer, but legally, you opted in as a consumer to receive messages from a brand. I don't think it matters what short code it's coming from. So this is another false claim that these text message marketing providers are telling people, and essentially it's to make sure that you don't want to leave as a brand, and it's going to be hard, or you're going to lose all your subscribers if you leave, which is completely false. So there's two things. One is they own the data, which is completely false. I don't know how they're getting away with that. And number two is that you have to re-opt in or start fresh if you want to move SMS platforms or short codes. You just have to re-opt people in, which you'll lose a ton of your subscribers. those are completely false. So 2 things, be on the lookout for this, and let's start calling out these text message marketing providers that are giving this false information to the brands, because I think that's just hurting our industry. So if you see this video and if you heard this from your text message marketing provider, drop a note, tell us what you heard in the comments, and I'd love to help you guys out. But again, I want to make sure that if you want to switch SMS providers, even if it's away from Tatango, we're going to give you the information that you need to do it properly, do it right, but we're not going to feed you false information just to keep you on our platform. I just don't think that's good business practice. Again, my name is Derek from Tatango.com. If you have a question about moving short codes, moving text message marketing providers, please feel free to email me. My email is Derek, DEREK, @Tatango.com. Talk soon, you guys. Thank you.